On this week's episode of The Video Store, Frank brings to life The Dead Don't Die, and Josh gives Frank the shaft. And finally, we get lost in a field of dreams.
I refuse! Welcome to the Video Store Podcast.
Video Store Podcast.
Every week, mostly every week, recommend movies and television shows that we've watched. We also tend to look ahead at what's streaming on demand, out for rental, and in theaters. My name's Frank.
And my name's Josh. Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah. We're going to start the podcast how we normally start the podcast, with a little thoughts and trailers.
Thoughts and whalers.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of watching trailers. Josh is, but we like to just, talk about shit that's coming out in the near future to distant future. Up first, it was the biggest trailer of the past weekend, Dr. Sleep. I was kind of unaware that this was a thing. It's described as years following the events of The Shining. A now adult Danny Torrance meets a young girl with similar powers as his, and he tries to protect them from a cult known as the True Knot, who prey on children with powers to remain immortal. Directed by Mike Flanagan, it's based on the Stephen King novel and stars Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, Jacob Tremblay, a bunch of other people. Interesting concept. Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
Okay, what'd you think of the trailer?
I thought it was cool because I didn't know what it was about before I watched the trailer. But I was like, hey, I know those kids.
Exactly. Shining's like one of the last movies I would expect a sequel to. But Stephen King...
Or a prequel sequel.
Yeah.
No, it's a sequel because the kid's old. This
is like another, maybe like the third peak of Stephen King's career where like his shit is popping again. Like, I didn't watch Pet Sematary yet. I heard it was okay.
Weak sauce, dude.
Yeah, it was huge though, and it too is one of the most anticipated movies coming in the near future. So that's cool. And I love Ewan McGregor. Most recently, I thought he was fantastic in the last season of Fargo, playing twin brothers. I think people kind of don't give him enough credit. So looks cool. Fair. I'm definitely down for this one. As interested as I am in anything, honestly.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Up next is a film called Into the Ashes. It's coming out in July. It's a crime drama described as an honest job and a video started. Get out of there. An honest job and a loving wife, Nick Brenner, believed he had safely escaped his violent criminal history. But his old crew hasn't forgotten about him or the money he stole.
With the money.
Yeah. Directed and written by Aaron Harvey, someone who I'm not familiar with, but you seem to be interested in this trailer. So give me your thoughts on it.
I like Frank Grillo and the last few things I've seen him in. So that's really where I'm at. Nothing special, but could be an interesting time filler. Just as much as that fucking Ben Affleck one was a couple months ago. But could be better because he was in Donnybrook, which you still haven't watched.
No, he's in the Gray. I saw him in the Gray. He plays in some Captain America stuff. He's like the bad. I know him now. Yeah, he's like the front of the Hydra guys.
Right. He is. He's in a bunch of things, man. He was in the Purge movie.
Was he holding the briefcase in the last Avengers movie?
I
think he was.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's correct. He's the dude. Correct.
All right, man. I know a little bit of Grillo. Okay,
you know some grills.
I know
some
a little
Bear
bit,
Grillos.
And the one that I added to the list was Glow, season 3 on Netflix. It seems like it's a big second half of the year for Netflix. A lot of their most popular shows, Stranger Things being a big one. We got a little bit of Black Mirror, and now Glow, season 3, which is one of my favorites. I don't know if we've talked about Glow on the podcast.
No, and I think I maybe tried an episode. I was like, meh.
Yeah, I love it. It's definitely a feminist show, but it's like... if preachy is a problem with people, I hate to even call it that. Like, it's not. It's fun. It's authentic. It's got some great characters in it. Mark Maron does a lot of great work in it. But, of course, the ladies are like the highlight of the show. Alison Brie, Betty Gilpin. It's really good ensemble cast and one of the best shows just running in general. So I'm really excited for that one. That's going to be out on August 9th. So it's like, 2 months away, not even that. So that's one to look out for. Cool. On to what we watched. This is our review part of the show where we tell you either don't do it, take it or leave it, or we'll stamp it as an employee pick and recommend it. Hopefully passionately.
With a real stamp.
Hopefully with some passion. I finally saw Vox Lux in a continuing series where Josh is disappointed by a movie that we were both really hyped out for, and I finally see it months later. I think I'm all caught up with you on those. I saw Vox Lux. It's on Hulu right now. It's described, I love how vaguely it's described, as an unusual set of circumstances brings an unexpected success to a pop star. Pretty vague. I get why a lot of people were upset with this movie because the trailer we saw is not really representative of the movie itself. Some interesting choices here. So most of the movie deals with Natalie Portman's character being played by a different actor, by a different actress in like her teenage years coming up. So Celeste is the main character in this, and the young Celeste is played by Raffi Cassidy, and I thought she was really great in it. And she also plays Celeste, a.k.a. Natalie Portman's version of its daughter. So she plays the young... I thought that was an interesting choice, and it kind of threw me off a little bit.
I think that makes sense why I was confused at first in that situation.
Oh, if you walk away at a certain point in the movie, you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, seriously. It's an abrupt turn or page turn.
Yeah, this one really forces you to pay attention. I liked it, though. It's weird. The pacing of it... The fact they take like this pop star when she's a young teen and then fast forward to like when she's 30s and has a teenage daughter like 20 years ahead, there was some disconnect because there's a middle ground, and I would have been more I was interested in the character enough where I wanted that to connect. It was an interesting choice. I don't think it was a huge success, but making that choice, I don't think that it went as well as they wanted it to. But it's an entertaining film. Great performances, especially Natalie Portman and Raffi Cassidy. Jude Law was really fun in it as well. And an interestingly shot film with some interesting ideas about celebrity, how tragedies are exploited, but then also, how celebrities are we rely on them to answer everything. We rely on celebrities to explain the world to us, and that's a little bit dangerous. And it gives you like a snapshot of like what that could do to a person. So I'm gonna say it's like, oh man, it's a pick. It's a pick for me. It's just above take it or leave it. It's like in the mid range. Like if it's a dot on a line, it's closer to an employee pick, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like round up on this one. Call it an employee pick.
Okay, he's rounding now.
Yeah,
he's rounding in.
I make up the rules, baby. I do whatever I want. Tell me, Josh, about the Hummingbird project. You got some Eisenberg. You got a Skarsgård in there.
Yeah. So I think we talked about this at a trailer segment time of past.
Yep.
And so for people that don't know, this is about a pair of high-frequency traders that go up against their old boss in an effort to make millions in a fiber optic cable deal. In a sense, they're trying to build a line from the stock exchange to Kansas, where the heart of, I guess, I'm a little lost in some of that, of why that was their choice and location. But it basically allows for a 1 or 2 millisecond increase in the time that people can react to the stock exchange, which makes people use their service, and then they get extreme amounts of money off that almost instantaneously. Salma Hayek's also in this, and she plays the boss looking for revenge when people decide to leave her and company. Fuck, man, she could be my boss anytime. I don't care. They give her gray hair accents, can give her glasses, you can give her whatever she wants. It's Salma Hayek, dude. Her voice.
Calm down. Keep it in your pants.
Her voice is like audible chocolate.
Wow, that's the audible chocolate. Can we get the hashtag? I'm tagging this podcast.
Okay.
We're definitely audible vanilla.
Yeah. So anyways, I also love what they did with Alexander Skarsgård, where they take this big, beautiful man and they make him half bald and hunched over, and he plays this just really socially awkward character that's just, it's great. And Jesse Eisenberg makes you care about a storyline that otherwise I probably wouldn't care about. I think the performances were very well done. It's a very interesting story, and definitely a unique watch, and good, interesting thriller drama. So check that bitch out. I'm going to go with employee pick. I'm going to do it.
Cool. And that one is available VOD right now. You can buy it. I'd maybe rent it soon. It's like one of those really hard to find in theaters, but you can, find it on iTunes and similar services.
It's in Canada too.
Yep, it is. So back on the Netflix, I was in the mood for something light, and I'm a big fan of Randall Park. And I'm interested about, Ali Wong, and she's a huge stand-up comedian, not familiar with her work, but I thought Always Be My Maybe looked pretty cute, like something, easy watch, and it was, late one weekday night. So I checked it out. And first half, have you seen this yet, Josh?
No.
Okay. First half, they do this thing where they're lifelong friends, and they're trying to build this chemistry via these flashbacks when, different stages of childhood up until late teenage years. That part kind of fell flat. Didn't even work. Like, the chemistry didn't hit until the second half of the movie. And that was just really once they put Randall Park and Ali Wong in the same room, in the same scenes, like, they naturally, as actors, had good chemistry. And that's like when the movie got going. So about 40 minutes in, also, kind of coincided with the Keanu Reeves cameo, which he's fucking great in this. He plays just like the dickhead boyfriend who, who's with Ali Wong, who's with the girl that he wants to get. And he appears, in typical fashion. We grew up on Adam Sandler movies. On the outside, he's everything that the other guy's not. But, obviously he's an asshole. No surprise there. So overall, I had a lot of fun with this one. Go ahead.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is like the nicest, most amazing person in the world.
He is, and everyone's finding that out. Keanu Reeves' stock has just, with each John Wick, has just skyrocketed. There's a bunch of energy behind
this dude his money.
Yeah, they want him in the MCU, and Birth Movies Death. Shout out to them, great movie website. They said there's only one choice, and it's Silver Surfer. And now that I think of a Silver Surfer starring Keanu Reeves, I fucking want it so bad, and I'm going to be upset if that's not what it is.
I would, I would also accept him almost as Gambit.
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, he can make Gambit interesting. That's a good one too, because he does a lot. I don't want Gambit saying that much. And Keanu Reeves is perfect. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. You should put that out there.
Fuck, man, I need to start that fucking trend.
Yeah, fuck Birth Movies Death. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Gambit's like a very popular character for just people in between, because you're like my brother's age, your age, and my age. No one else gives a fuck about Gambit. Like, he was cool for like 5 years.
Dude, he was always fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's still cool.
I'm not arguing with you. But yeah, back to this movie. Back to Always Be My Maybe. Yeah, Keanu Reeves is in this. Also,
how did we get to Gambit?
Karen Sani, Charlene Yee. It's got a really great cast. So if you're just looking for something lighthearted, like a good romantic comedy, date movie or whatever, it's a good choice. So it's an employee pick for that as well.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out for the Reeves. That's what I'm here for.
The cameo is really good, and like I said, the movie ends on a high note, so it's worth checking out.
Cool. Very interesting. So back to me, bouncing it back like the little tennis ball across the court.
It doesn't seem as seamless when you point it out.
Oh, that's weird. So I saw City of Lies, which I had seen a trailer for at one point and was like, let's check this out. Johnny Depp, Forrest Whitaker, story of who shot Biggie. Right off the bat, I'm going to say it's a take it or leave it, Frank. If you're interested in that storyline, I would say it's an okay drama and a decent filler, but it's nothing mind explosive. It's nothing like I've seen from, and it's hard to name a few movies, but some of those movies where they basically blow the lid off some dirty scandal, etc. Yeah. There was that one about the church not too long ago that was really good.
You're saying there's not going to be any petitions or public outcry based on the discoveries of this film?
No, not particularly.
Okay, fair.
It's interesting, and it's more pointed at the idea that the cops were constantly involved and not pressing the issue, and possibly dirty cops were involved in all of that. And it's a decent watch, but for Johnny Depp, you kind of expect a little more. Both him and Forrest Whitaker, I don't know. I guess their bar was set so high at points that I expect more from them, and it just kind of seemed phoned in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Depp's in the I got to pay off my debt stage of his career, and most people don't want to touch him. He's just, even like, I hate to do it because I don't know what's been, accused and what's true.
Because it's crazy. They say like that he's been able to prove that she.
Yeah, there's a lot of he said, she said. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're not that kind of podcast, but like,
I don't know.
Even his acting has suffered. Like, I thought he was pretty boring in the Fantastic Beasts sequel. I was like, ugh. Like,
right. When was the last time he was, the Deppster?
I don't know, dude. Even Black Mass sucked. Like, I was just not into his shit recently. Okay. Yeah, it was just okay. Well, I built up a lot of hype for that one. So, yeah, I'm good. You're good that you got out there before most people get a chance to see this movie and tell them, maybe not.
Yeah. If you're a Biggie fan, Tupac fan, I'm sure you'll appreciate the story told from this perspective. But otherwise, call it a wash.
Makes me glad I didn't take that trip to Italy in January to see it. Inside joke. Moving on, I did go to the theaters last week to see Jim Jarmusch do something interesting. He made a zombie movie. One of the driest, artsiest directors in America. Just want to make a fun zombie movie, and I thought it was fun. It's an employee pick for me. I will say it has a very specific sense of humor. And I dug it more than anyone that I watched it with. And I'm on the high end of just reviews in general. Like on Letterboxd, I'm one of the highest people in there. It's one of my favorite films of the year. It's slow burning. It's super self-aware. It's got dry humor, and it makes unique, specific choices throughout. Like,
it has Bill Murray.
Has Bill Murray in it. I'll get to the cast too, because it's billed to the mainstream audience is like the best zombie cast ever, and that's debatable. The characters in the town, the detail I love. I just want to hang out in that town. It's fantastic. They chose black smoke over blood, which really was an awesome choice. So like when you hit the zombie's head off or his arm, black smoke comes out, and at first it throws you off. I'm like, thank God. I've seen so much blood over the years of Walking Dead and all the other shit I watch that just something else coming out. It was a really neat choice, and I think it made a difference. It made me enjoy the movie more. It just was a cool look to it. There's some fourth wall breaking from Adam Driver's character, which was fan-fucking-tastic. Adam Driver is the MVP of this movie, and I like the dude more and more with like each movie I see of him. He just has a very unique energy. He just gets it.
He's the new Keanu Reeves.
It's good. It's a good thing. Yeah, tall, goofy white guy.
Doesn't say a lot.
Yeah, but you kind of think he's a good dude. We have no idea if these guys are good people, but they just
Adam Driver right now is out there like punching puppies. He's like these idiots.
But the thing I like most about this movie, and it might be a selling point for people like you, and it would be for me, is Tilda Swinton plays this fucking taxidermist who sides as has a side hustle as a samurai, and there's a scene where she's in a smart car.
Stop.
No, I'm not stopping.
Back it up.
What?
Back it up.
What?
Side hustle as a
It's like her hobby. Yeah, dude, she's like a master fucking samurai with a katana. So there's a scene where she's driving a smart car. You know those little mini things? A convertible smart car while she's lopping fucking zombie heads off, zigzagging through the fucking road like a pro. Her character is amazing. If that doesn't get you interested in it, RZA works for WooPS, who delivers comic books. Couldn't even get that out. Danny Glover runs a fucking department store, and he's just old, miserable Danny McGlover. Chloe Savini is the third cop in the 3-cop precinct, along with Bill Murray and Adam Driver, that is just so grossed out by the whole concept of what's going on. And then there's Steve Buscemi, who's like a Trumper, racist guy, and he plays an interesting character. And Tom Watts...
Don't ruin them all.
Last one. Tom Waits is a hermit Bob. He's like a homeless guy in the woods who kind of narrates the movie. It's fucking awesome. Also, final cast call, my boy Caleb Landry Jones, who...
Is there anyone you haven't ruined?
No, there's like 20 other people in there. But Caleb Landry Jones, dude, is like my favorite character actor now. He's the guy who sells the billboards in 3 billboards outside Ebbing.
Yeah, I saw the movie. I can't place it.
In Get Out, he's the girlfriend's like brother who's like a lacrosse player, fucking douchebag.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. He's fucking great. He plays the owner of a comic book store / gas station, and everyone calls him a hobbit, like makes Lord of the Rings jokes to him. So, yeah, I love this movie. You might not like it, but if you usually go with the picks that I say are out there, you might just be like someone that appreciates The Dead Don't Die as much as
And ding.
Yeah, ding. Sorry.
Take a breath.
I am.
Fucking Jesus.
I love the movie.
Okay.
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 So, I finally watched. I don't even know how to respond after that. Fuck.
You want me to do another one? I can slide another one in.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So, I watched the 10 episodes of Tacoma FD, starring our boys Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy, written by them. First thing on trutv that I'd ever actually want to watch. Mm-hmm. It's a trutv original, so basically I guess they were like, hey, we'll put this on and we'll let you put it on our shit. And it's a really decent little comedy that you would find on TV. A little surprising as far as what's put out there, and these guys are still funny and relevant and capable of making some clever material. So it's about basically a bunch of firefighters in a firehouse, and pretty much some wacky personalities of sorts throughout the characters. And Kevin Heffernan plays the chief, who's married to Steve Lemmy's sister, and he's the captain, whatever. But it's just a fun show. It's fun, lighthearted, and an enjoyable watch. So I would recommend this.
Cool. Yeah, man, I think it looks pretty interesting. And, of course, these are names that you would recognize from Broken Lizard and those movies.
Yeah, Beer Fest and Super Troopers. These are the guys that are behind some of that funny. It's a shame. Actually, I think, and there is a bunch of cameos per episode from other people that you've seen in some of those movies, so that also makes it fun. Jay Chandrakishar I did not see show up in any episodes, though.
Interesting. He's probably directing something.
Probably.
I finally saw Ma. Another film Josh saw. This is kind of in line with with Vox Lux and Sisters Brothers. You kind of beat me by a couple weeks on this one. You told me to temper my expectations, I believe.
It's not a race.
Yeah, it's not a race. But it's cool when we can talk about stuff together. So it depends on what scale you rate Ma. I think if you're looking for a trashy horror movie, this is high end.
Than most.
Yeah, high end trashy horror movie. If you're looking for a good film, I don't know. There's interesting performances. It was entertaining throughout. It's like a little over 90 minutes. If you don't know, this is about a lonely woman that befriends a group of teenagers, and she starts throwing parties at their house, but then becomes more involved in their lives, and the parties become more and more over the top. And, it gets to a breaking point at some point. I thought the kids did a really good job. I did care about them enough. They were sympathetic characters. I thought it was nice to see Juliette Lewis playing a mom. Just seeing her in general was cool. And, I thought it was a fun enough movie. It's not something that I ever need to watch again. But
it's 100% popcorn flick.
Yeah, for sure. If you're looking for something fun to watch, definitely with a friend or like on a date, if you're lucky enough to date someone that's into horror movies, like that's cool. Like that would be a good watch too.
Take your mom.
Yeah, take your mom.
Take your mom.
Take whatever, take the lady that bought you booze when you were 18 years old.
Yeah.
But I think it's an employee pick with the the caveat that if you're not into horror movies, it's not going to be something that goes beyond a genre to entertain you. You have to be into these kind of movies. Yarp. And also, I was lucky enough to get to watch Field of Dreams on Camden Yards Field last weekend, which I haven't seen this movie in decades. I don't know how familiar you are with this. What?
Frank, I just watched it for you.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Dude, so it's so weird in the beginning. This movie,
yes, it's a setup. It's a setup, and then it's like,
oh my god, dude! Like the fact that this movie is mainstream, like he immediately hears voices, and so it's a really weird mainstream movie for what could be described as a mental disorder going on. It also serves as like this Trojan horse for guys to talk about their feelings, with the the horse being baseball. and guy stuff. This is such a daddy issues movie, all-time daddy issues movie.
Daddy.
And just goofy as fuck, but as it goes on, the performances are so believable, and the movie just keeps hammering at the sentimentality of this whole thing.
The sentimentalism.
Yeah, that I just get, like, halfway through, I'm like, all right, I'm into it. Fucking Ray Liotta and his dead fish eyes, non-performance.
What's the symbology?
Yeah. So it was pointed out to me that Ray Liotta, like, is not really all that grateful for a while about this ballpark.
Dude, what was great to me about Ray Liotta is when he went full Ray Liotta at one point. He's like, "Ha ha, motherfucker!" Like, yeah. He's got the "I just killed somebody" in the mafia eyes. Yeah, no, it's a weird one for sure. It definitely seemed a lot more normal growing up watching it.
Yeah,
because
dude.
you like baseball movies and it's American and stuff like that. You're just fucking Kevin Costner. You just accept him. Yeah. But if you watch it again, it actually has some political.
Oh, I enjoyed that. I loved the wife. She was the star of the show.
Right,
Amy Madigan. playing Annie.
So, there was definitely some definite political drive within the movie, which didn't need to be there, and I think it was kind of done to add another attempted level of complexity to this guy just built this baseball field.
He's the good guys, though. Yeah, he's not a capitalist. And
he's just doing what he wants to do and believes in it, and everyone else doesn't understand.
This is a great movie because people forget it. I think a lot of people have memories of it. You have that uncle or that dad who's like a fucking Republican right-wing asshole, who also is like real guarded with his feelings. Get him to watch this and just see him react to this movie and throw something at his television. Because, man, this movie's like lefty as shit.
I feel that most people would recognize this movie because they walk past the poster in your local movie theater.
Yeah, it's like always there. They never.
It's always fucking there.
Yeah.
This fucking is the one. I don't know why they're like, hey, Kevin Costner and Korn. It's still relevant, guys.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Burke Lancaster playing Dr. Archibald.
Lancaster.
Yeah, it's made $85 million. That's pretty good. In 1989 dollars, that's like, I don't know. That's a lot of money.
If you watch it, they will cry.
So are we recommending Field of Dreams? I think we are. I think it's a good. It's one of those ones. If you haven't seen it, get a load of what was passed for sentimentality in fucking 1989. And if you have seen it, boy, it's not the movie you remember at all.
that I would say is fair. Yes. Like, if you've seen this movie, go back and watch it. If you haven't seen it, just let it go.
Unless you're curious on why, like, what made your dad cry, then go see it.
Man, that and fucking the Gina Davis movie, where they were the Peaches.
Yeah, League of Their Own.
League of Their Own. Yeah, that movie, man, that'll get you. That one will get you.
Baseball movies always try to make you cry, yo. That's what they do.
They do a good job, though.
Why don't you give the audience the Shaft review?
That's a bad mother. Shut the fuck up. That is a real line from the movie. And it was great.
In an attempt to spice things up, there's 3 generations of Shaft now. Yeah.
So I watched this, and you know what? With low expectations, it's all right. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. It made shooting people pretty fun. It's been a while since I've seen just shooting people more of a that was good work over there. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, fuck that guy. I don't know. It's just it's not as dramatic as John Wick. So it's like these light and fun deaths.
Okay,
they're more fun. It's pretty funny to see Sam Jackson try and relate to his kid who grows up obviously in a different mindset and world and has to learn the real street facts of life from his father. And Sam Jackson is just classic fucking Sam Jackson, just nailing it to the 10th degree. I think the guy that played the original Shaft, was that Richard Roundtree?
Yeah.
I feel like he wasn't super necessary for the movie.
But Samuel Jackson wants to include him. I heard an interview with this. He's got to be there. He won't do it without him.
Yeah, that's interesting, and that's cool. But he's no Sam Jackson. So
how's Regina Hall, man?
She was good. She played the fucking crazy. It's hilarious when she's going on a date with another guy and Shaft's there, and just the pussy shit. She's like, "Motherfucker, stop screaming, Craig."
I love her.
Good, yeah, no. All in all, it's a fun action movie, like almost family friendly. Like in a sense that it's something you can watch with your older kids and kind of have fun with. Kind of more towards that like Cop Out style in a sense, or just light, friendly detective movie. And definitely not as seriously taken as the first Shaft movie, which still I didn't have issues with, but. Yeah, I like it. I like the direction they went.
Maybe we're just oddly optimistic this week. We're like recommending everything. So I checked out All Creatures Here Below, starring my girl Karen Gillan, who's done some interesting indie stuff recently. Jennifer Morrison, and then are you familiar with David Dastmalchian?
No.
Okay, you probably recognize his face. He's a really good. I
don't recognize his name.
Yeah, he's a really good character actor. He was like. Bit parts in like Ant-Man, Blade Runner. It's one of those character actors like, oh, that guy from fill in the blank.
Guy.
Yeah, that guy. So this film, I believe I saw it on Kanopy, which I haven't talked about in a while. Get Kanopy. It's a free streaming service if you have a library card. How many
blowjobs do they pay you every time you say that?
Yeah, I just like people to get free stuff. It's a great streaming service. So this is about a desperate young couple on the run. They seek refuge in refuge in Kansas City.
Refuge?
Yeah, man, that's how they say it.
Refuge.
That's how.
Now you have to do the rest of it in cheesy French accent.
I thought I sounded more like a fucking like someone from Louisiana. I thought
refuge. No, that's more refuge.
I refuse to do what you tell me, boy.
I guess.
Anyways, this is like a Raising Arizona, but more grounded and sad. It's a really good. Drama, like the performances by Karen Gillan and David Dastmalchian.
Stop saying his name.
Yeah,
David D.
By Double D. Great performances.
Dunkin' Donuts.
But I will warn you, while I thought this movie was well done, it is fucking depressing. So maybe not the movie you want to go to bed to.
Take some Prozac before you watch this movie.
For sure. But yeah, it's Karen Gillan, I think, is a really, she's known most for like stuff where she wears like, makeup, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Jumanji, like goofy stuff. I think she's a really good dramatic actress. So we're going to check up on her future stuff. I think she's really good. Like her.
Okay.
It's your turn. I can't believe you've just now recently seen this movie.
I did. I finally did, Frank. I did. I finally did it. Did you know that I did it?
Yeah, you did it. We've been hyping The Intruder.
The Intruder.
For months. Tell me, did your boy, Dennis Quaid, DQ, did he deliver?
He's probably the best part of the movie.
Not even Megan Good. I love Megan Good.
I know. Isn't she so adorable?
She is.
I don't know why, but she's always somebody that shows up. I think Homeboy that played the husband, Michael Ealy, which I've seen in a couple of things that I think he was all right in, but this was not the role for him particularly.
He's got those eyes where it always looks like he's going to cry. Like his feelings are hurt always.
Right. I saw him in, I think, a DMX movie a long time ago where DMX played like a rapper that got shot and like Luke Wilson finds the tapes or something.
Okay.
Did you never see that?
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of DMX movies, man. I got to be honest.
Oh, dude, it's fire. You got to go back and watch that one.
But he's got the face, dude. Like, this guy's face in the trailer.
Yeah,
like,
Never Die Alone.
Dennis Quaid's going to whoop this guy's ass. Like, he just looks like he's going to get his ass beat by Dennis Quaid.
That's also fair. Dennis Quaid plays a good pathological liar that's, follows in line. And he definitely called to some shining moments when he breaks through the door and sticks his head through and shit like that. And there's a little bit of light comedy. I think it was just poorly directed and there was just some weak spots that made it less watchable for me. I know, though, that I think this was financed by this like very rich black dude from Colorado that sold like a tech company, and for some reason I know that he somehow produced this.
Because you live in Colorado.
I guess, yeah. So that was kind of interesting. But I think it just forced the wrong message at points where it should have been more artistic and geared towards a movie than whatever message they were trying to send. Dennis Quaid is okay. He's not as off the chain as he is in Wilder Napalm or some other times I've seen him go fucking nuts. But it's okay. It is a take it or leave it to, know what you're getting into. A trashy movie with some weird shit going on.
And this is coming from someone who watches things just because Dennis Quaid's in them.
Yeah, and I still, if you like Dennis Quaid, this isn't particularly that movie for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little rough, kind of disappointing.
Okay, fair enough, man. Hey, all we ask is for your honest take. It's not your fault. You didn't make the fucking movie.
Yeah, but I love Dennis.
Real quick before I do my final one, I forgot, I finished Barry Season 2. Have you watched this?
No.
Dude, Barry is so good. It's on HBO. It's, I think, the most creative writing on TV right now. The show constantly writes itself into these holes, in these corners, and just figures a way out of it. It's just fun as shit to watch. And Bill Hader, dude, he is just exceeded all expectations, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Barry's hopefully going to run its course and end the way it wants to, but dude, it's so much fun. Stephen Root is fantastic, another guy. Him and Anthony Carrigan, guys that have always been around stuff, entertaining, but never really got this much to do in something, and they're fucking killing it. Now Anthony Carrigan, who plays NoHo Hank, is going to be the villain in the Bill and Ted Part 3 movie.
Nice.
Yeah. And Henry Winkler fucking crushes it too. Everyone in this cast is amazing.
Nice.
Sarah Goldberg, really good. But yeah, if you're looking for something, so maybe you still have some time left on your HBO Go account before it runs out post Game of Thrones. It's a 30-minute drama comedy series. It's only 2 seasons. I think there's 17 episodes total. Highly recommended if you're looking for something to binge. Finally, I watched Election. I just was in the mood to see something that I've already seen. It was kind of doing chores, but I paid attention to it mostly. Election is mostly is on Kanopy right now. If you haven't heard about it, just go back, stop when Josh is talking about blowjobs, and I'll tell you about Kanopy. This is directed by Alexander Payne. It's a 1999 film, one of the last great Matthew Broderick performances, and one of the first great Reese Witherspoon performances.
Yeah.
And then Chris Klein, I kept saying Chris
so good.
Evans was in this movie, but no, it's Chris Klein. Who could have been? He could have been Chris Evans. What happened to Chris Klein? I don't know.
I don't know. I remember I saw him in a movie that was a romance comedy, and that was it.
Oh my God. I was just checking. Oh, he's on some TV series, but his upcoming movies, Benchwarmers 2, Breaking Balls.
Ooh, Chris. Oof. What the fuck?
There's a trailer for this, so we will talk about it in this podcast. It stars Chris Klein, John Lovitz, and a bunch of people I've never heard of.
Really?
They could even get David Spade back or fucking Napoleon Dynamite for this.
They couldn't get John Heater. Good for this.
Yeah, come on, I love Nick Swartzen, but you tell me that guy's turning down checks? Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think Nick is now because basically Adam Sandler has carried him to. I mean, I love Nick Swartzen, but once he got on the Adam Sandler boat, it was all fucking.
You can get real lazy when you're part of that for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, Election is a black or a black dark comedy, we're gonna call it. It's fucking brutal at points, and it's about a high school election that gets messy when Matthew Broderick's character gets his personal life tangled into the results. And it says a lot about, the American political system, the American working place system, and just marriages and relationships. It has something to say about all those things. Doesn't hold up quite as well as I hoped, but it's worth watching.
It's a good flick, Frank. Don't you tell people otherwise.
That's basically what I said.
That's basically what you said.
That's what I said.
That's what he said. He's going to say it.
Finally, we're going to end the podcast with the WTW for the middle of June. This is where we tell you what's out and where you can watch it.
Okay.
On the Netflix, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I didn't like it.
Ralph Breaks Frank's Grammar.
Didn't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
if you miss Kevin Bacon, he's in a movie called Cop Car. It looks like drama.
I feel that I may have watched that.
I think you might have too. It's like it's pumped out.
It's like kids and shit.
Yeah.
And they see something they shouldn't have seen.
Boom! You saw it. It's like being rebranded as like a Netflix release, but it's like 5 years old almost.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's out there. Also, Rolling Thunder Revue, a Bob Dylan story by Martin Scorsese. If you want to see him too, he's really good at those documentaries. And then this one kind of dropped without me knowing it. It wasn't on the list. Was it Murder Mystery with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston?
I tried to watch it.
I've heard good and bad things about it. So
yeah, it's pretty weak sauce. It could have been like the modern day Clue, but then it wasn't.
Oh, what could have been. Another movie I didn't like is on Hulu right now called Vice. It's the Dick Cheney documentary by Adam McKay that feels like a sloppy college film and just so pandering and insulting to the audience and kind of makes Dick Cheney look like a human being. So congratulations. You succeeded in that.
Man, how much money did they pay Christian Bale to get that fat?
The performances were good in that. I think we talked about this on the podcast when it came out.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it because you told me not to do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Over on Amazon Prime, Too Old to Die Young. I said that as if I didn't know that last word was there because I didn't.
You did. Too Old to Die Young.
Yeah, is a
season
1. 10 episodes. It's about Detective Martin Jones, who leads a double life as a killer for hire in Los Angeles' deadly underground, suffers an existential crisis which leads him deeper into a blood-spattered world of violence. It's got Miles Teller.
It's got some motherfuckers in it. Don't watch that, bitch.
Jenna Malone. I've heard it's weird and interesting. It's, you know me, people beg me to watch TV shows. I'm like, I'm going to watch this random shit I saw on Amazon.
Yeah, because you're an asshole.
You ain't the only one to say it, buddy. And so you got that. You also have Bryan Callen's stand-up special, Uncomplicated Ape, which I've heard really good things about. So if you look, Bryan Callen, he's from Mad TV.
I know.
Oh, I thought you said who. Okay.
Oh, no, I just kind of,
We're running out of mileage when it comes to talking right now. HBO has The Hate U Give, which looks pretty excellent. Did you watch that?
I did, and I reviewed it.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't remember any of our time together.
I remember that you reviewed it, so shut up.
No. It was decent. It was a good watch. A little pandering, but good.
Okay.
Some good performances.
So that's out there. Also, Leonardo DiCaprio's climate change doc, Ice on Fire, is available on HBO.
Those words don't go together like oil and broccoli.
Now to a couple movies. You can cook broccoli with oil. What are you talking?
Shut your face, ticker.
Right. As long as this character stops talking, I will. A couple movies that I liked actually are available in rental/VOD. The Beach Bum and Us, 2 of probably my top 5 movies of the year. If you missed them in theaters, watch them.
Yeah, definitely go get yourself some Us.
I can't wait to watch The Beach Bum again.
Okay.
In theaters right now, you can see Anna, which is that it's not Lucy, but it's directed by Lucy, like the model assassin type deal. So
yeah.
I don't know if I would probably go watch John Wick again, honestly, because that's a movie that must be seen in theaters. But if you're all wicked out, check out Anna.
Okay.
The Child's Play reboot that I want to see mainly because Aubrey Plaza is in it and Brian Tyree Henry. I'm willing to give this one a shot.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I will watch it for the applause.
And then finally, Toy Story 4 is going to bridge the gap between depressing you and depressing your children. So get ready to cry. I'm sure it's going to break your heart.
Hey, Frank.
Yes.
You got a friend in me.
Isn't that Monsters, Inc.?
No.
Okay.
It's the first Toy Story, you ass.
I know. What's your favorite Toy Story?
Toy Story 1, dude.
Okay. I'm a Toy Story 3 guy.
No, Toy Story 1, and I also had the Toy Story Sega Genesis game. It's pretty sweet.
Wow.
Childhood. I spent like $50 on that bitch.
Childhood brag. Some of us didn't have it like that, bruh.
Well, I saved up a bunch of my money for like a year for that fucking game.
We can agree Toy Story 2 is the worst so far.
Yeah, all I know is Toy Story 1 is the best Toy Story.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand on that mountain.
Cool. Anything you think you're going to watch next week we can look forward to you talking about?
Look forward is a very vague term, Frank. Not particularly. Maybe Chernobyl. Still haven't gotten around to that because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that's one of those things we're going to be the last people to talk about it.
Right.
Which I love.
You know what? I finally watched that. It's pretty fucking good.
Let's wait a year. We'll be the only ones talking about Chernobyl 12 months from now.
Fuck yeah. No, Frank. I feel like I just don't fucking know.
Okay, probably Child's Play, probably Toy Story for me. It would be really cool if some kids get mistaken for one and see the other. It's actually kind of dope that they put, I don't know if they planned that, to put the Child's Play movie out the same week another toy movie is out. Mm-hmm. Pretty smart marketing. I haven't seen any like negative ads against Toy Story.
That'd be hilarious if they're just like, hey kid, want to play? It's a picture of Woody with a knife.
You just have like their legs, like the legs of each character, like all separated from the bodies. And yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I should be marketing this shit. All right, man. Besides more stupid ideas from me, I don't know what else you guys are going to have to look forward to next week, but thanks for listening.
Hey, Frank.
We love you.
Hey, Frank.
What?
I'm hungry.
You bitch. I told you you'd be hungry. I'm hungry to watch more movies, which is the worst tagline for a podcast ever.
You can't eat movies, Frank.
You can consume them with your eyeballs.
No, you cannot eat them.
All right.
For sustenance.
This is how we should definitely end the episode. Thanks for listening. Peace out, bean sprouts.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.